Today is Tuesday, May 1st, 2018, and this is the final session of our Women's Pilot Women's Leadership Group. And this is Pamela and Lisa Sauer and Sarah Nussbaum and Jennifer Weibker-Ukar and Jean Reaver, and we're hoping that Elizabeth Mathieson is going to join us as well. So tonight's session is focused on mastering the millionaire mindset. And really what I did was I took some excerpts from a book that is called How Rich People Think. And it just is one of those, you know, you listen, you read it, and they have like 50 chapters, and every one of them is middle class people think like this, world class people think like that. And it's shaming. You know, I read it.
Isn't that like rich dad, poor dad?
It could
there
be.
A book
He does that very similar. That's
the
Rich
similar,
Dad Poor Dad. He takes a very similar approach. Yeah.
And each one has a coaching question behind it. Each thought. I didn't bring up all 55. I just brought up, you know, like 10. And for us to just talk about really. But before we do that, I would really like to have a check-in and just kind of see where everybody is and what's going on in your world. So, Sarah, Jennifer, I'd like to start with you and just check in and see how you're doing. Actually, before I do that, one more. Jean, are you like driving right now? Because I want to make sure that we don't get you when you're in the middle of saying hi to your son and driving. And I see she's muted, so probably she's driving. So I'm going to assume that Jean is not available to talk right now. So we're going to start with you, Jennifer. Tell me what's going on in your world, please.
Yeah, Jennifer, let's hear it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
you had
Lisa,
a bajillion jobs on the table.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm pretty much at peace with where I am right now. I'm doing 4 or 5 things, it feels like, in tandem. So I'm enjoying my job how it is. I've got more autonomy now that the other admin's not there. And I'm also interviewing and waiting for replies on the 2 jobs that I applied for within NWEA. And I'm working on my resume. And I guess that's only 3 things. But yeah, no, I'm in a really good place. Oh, and I finally figured out. So I am a project manager.
Project manager. All right.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's where I'm going. And I've met with a few more people as far as mentoring. I also, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Yay.
Is she on?
Her name popped up.
Yay!
Her name popped up.
Yay!
Yay. And I also, I just keep working it, you know, I just keep talking to different people. I talked to one of our senior VPs at work, and she's going to be a mentor for me. There's another PMP at work. She's going to be a mentor for me. So yeah, I'm just moving right ahead. And I also had a horrible weekend before last, a girls' weekend, with a friend that I really supported while she was going through a tough time. And now my world's kind of rocking, and she just didn't have anything but like negativity. And so I was like, okay. So I just I don't not talk to her anymore, but I just need people around me who are going to support me and, you know, move me forward.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, that's just what Lisa was talking about last week. I'm really glad that Lisa, that you brought that example up, because Jennifer, I know subconsciously that helped her.
That's good.
I
And
know
Jennifer and I talked just what was it, like a week ago or whatever, right, Jennifer? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got to talk a lot about that and kind of compare notes and whatnot.
Good.
We learned a lot.
Really good.
I learned a lot from her.
I learned a lot from her. So, yeah.
You know, those
Making that part up.
that buddy friend thing, really, the buddy coaching is really, really helpful.
Yeah, who knew that it would be? I mean,
Yeah.
usually I'm not a fan, but yeah, but yeah.
Well, but we each had training, so we knew how to support. We knew how to be
suppose
supportive.
so. Yeah. Hi, Elizabeth.
Here, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Hey, Elizabeth, we're glad you're here. Yay!
No, I thought it was at 9:30. I mean 7:30 instead of 7. I don't know what I was thinking.
That's okay.
You must be traveling and on vacation.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah.
You look lovely, Elizabeth. You do. You look great. So,
Thanks.
are you ready to check in, Elizabeth?
Yeah. Am I the last one?
No, you're the second one.
Oh. Am I ready to check in? Sure, I guess.
Yes.
Because I got to think of
Okay.
what's been going on. Well, I'm coming here was like a lot of work to get here. I mean, I had so much to do at home, getting ready, planning, and getting here. I saw my nephew. I'd seen almost. We spent the morning at the retirement home my mom volunteers at, the elderly and ill, which was kind of fun.
Okay, so hold on. Let's slow down for a minute.
Went to church with her.
We don't want necessarily, what we do want is I spent time with my nephew and here's what came of it, or here was the benefit, or here's what I learned. I spent time at the retirement center and realized that, you know what I'm saying? So are you willing to step into that? Okay.
Yeah, so well, I spent time with my nephew I hadn't seen in over 2 decades, and I heard a lot about the family and what was going on there. One of the things there is that it's my deceased brother's wife and kids, and so one of the things is that I needed her help. See, years ago when my son was young and we were isolated, and I wanted him to have relationship with family, and it was like Thanksgiving, and I called, and I was unemployed at the time, so I had frequent flyer miles but really no money to go for a hotel, and so she refused to let me come unless I got my hotel. I said I'd even sleep on the floor. She had a whole separate house. She was living with this guy, and then her house was virtually empty, but she said it was torn apart and blah blah blah. So so I learned a lot. So anyway, so I was very upset for what she did to me, but I practically begged her for my son held No, that happened 10 or more years ago.
Okay. So where are you today with this?
But I've held resented her for her.
Mm-hmm.
Still do. I did. I resented her for it because she hurt my son, and more or less, as I see the harm was done to my son, not so much to me. And so I haven't had anything to do with her. I don't talk to her. She doesn't reach out to me, and I don't really have any relationship with my 2 nieces and my nephew there either. And so he reached out to me and called with me a few years ago, and we chatted, but nothing since. So this was kind of nice because I got to spend some time with John and hear more about the family dynamics there. And I was blunt with him. I mean, I just told him this is what happened, and I'm afraid I was angry at your mother and stuff. But I learned a little bit more about what was going on at that time, and he sort of says that his mother likes to present that it's a perfect world, and she doesn't want anybody to see that it's not. So I got some more insights into why she did it, and that it wasn't personal. She has her own stuff going on. So that was a good, an
And so were
interesting
you able to
outcome. So I don't feel so much
oh,
resentment.
good.
That's huge.
Okay, that is huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot.
And I'm sure that you're actually having these kinds of things, ahas hitting all over the place. Coming back home, it's like,
Yeah. Well, I'm not. This wasn't my home. My parents made this home their home. Their home a long time ago. I'm going to go home in a couple weeks.
mm-hmm.
And another thing is that this coming weekend we go to Eastern Tennessee to be around my father's family, and so that's going to be a whole nother leg of this journey. And there's one of the things is I've never kept close contact with my family. I see them, it's nice and everything, but they don't keep in touch with me, and I don't keep in touch with them. I don't do that with any of my family. They don't do that with me. We're kind of just off doing our own thing. So I wonder if this will change any of that dynamic, because one of the things I feel in my life is that I don't have much of a family. My mom is left and my son, that's my family. So even though I have extended family, I don't really feel the family connection, other than I know up here in my head that they're my family. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so what could you do differently
So, and I envy people with,
to do that, to connect with them in a way that you've not done before?
well, I'm not sure, but one of the things is that I think that I'm more understanding, or more accepting, because I always, whenever I would go, because we're talking South, where they come to breakfast with no teeth in and things like that, just
And you
South.
might need them, especially if you're eating breakfast.
There's a,
Well, you don't
Depends
you
on
don't
what you
have to
have in
worry
it.
about them biting you.
And so it's, they're, and everybody's, 300 pounds. So I think that I'm a little different now, than in the sense that I'm less, I don't know, I'm more open to seeing things from their perspective, or be more, I don't know how to say this, but I don't that's judgmental, because I don't know, or I wasn't really judgmental in the sense that, I saw it as good or bad, but I just saw them as different than me. Like, you're like that and I'm like this. And so we didn't have anything in common other than the fact that we're related. But I think I'm in a different place now that I see us as having more in common. So I think that my interactions might be a little different with them this time. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, so
There's
what
a
if,
delay from when I talk and you.
yeah, and I'm just going to ask you, what if instead of we'll see, you are actively making that difference in the way that you engage, in the way that you release?
I think that I can be more warmer. I don't know, warmer. I don't even know how to say this, because it's how you interact with them. But I've always been kind of, and this is natural for me. It was natural for me in everywhere. With everybody, it's more. I don't say things. I hold back. I hold back normally, but I think in this past year I've been more open and more verbal, like afraid to say things, that sort of thing. And I'm still like that a little bit, but I think maybe that this time around I'll be more open and honest about how I feel, more expressing of how I feel. Maybe that's it, like being honest about how I feel. Maybe that will be different, like, and maybe even saying, hey, I miss being a part of the family, and maybe we can keep in touch or something like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, I don't know how, it's not something I go there with an agenda and I'm with this, and this. It's going to be see what happens and have opportunities to talk, and then you talk. And then I'll just be more engaging. Like I used to I would go there and just kind of sit on the sidelines and watch. Watch because, and see what's going on, rather than drive anything, or direct it. I would respond. So, and then I go north up to where I grew up. I'm going to see a friend of mine that I actually grew up with when I was in middle school and, early part of high school, who I haven't seen in over 40 years. So that'd be interesting.
Wow. This will be great.
This will be great. Me.
And you're going to see
Jean? I get to see her.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plans. Yeah.
Oh, that is wonderful. This is too cool. Building friendships all over the world here. Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations, Elizabeth, and I will continue to lovingly inspire you to reach out to your family and be forgiving and curious and open. Yeah, it will make a difference. That'll be like, she used to be so closed and, shut up. And instead you're just like, well, tell me more. Well, what makes you do that? It would be interesting. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, what happened to her?
It's also about not being afraid to be vulnerable with them.
Exactly.
I hold back because I don't want to be vulnerable with them. I don't, and that's thing because and it's like when people come out and just say what they feel or say what they think, I'm like, oh, that's brave, Yeah. So I want to be that person that's brave enough to say what I think, say what I feel.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna believe for you to be brave. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, Lisa, how are you doing? Yes. Check in, please.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
Let's see. I got to get focused. So yeah, I had quite a week, I guess. I went off my antidepressants here about 3 months ago. I've been weaning myself off. So yeah, so everybody's got to see the new old me. And so that kind of got a little raw a few days ago, where I just totally was so, I don't know, thought that it was the end. But anyway, made it through, and it's actually been a really good thing, and I'm glad I'm still off them. And but today I did this meditation this morning, and it was like I went in kind of deeper than normal, and I don't know, it just seemed like some sort of an epiphany of some sort, and I felt like I just saw a whole different me from a whole different perspective. And I can't really describe it very well, but I just know it was just a feeling and a good one. And I want to go back to that. You know what I mean? I need to go back to a quiet spot and quiet my brain, which I haven't been able to do that, since this morning. And so I'm looking forward to doing it again. Probably won't be till tomorrow morning, but either way, I'm still looking forward to it. And I learned a lot. I mean, if it makes any sense, I learned a lot just in a few minutes today, but it probably was coming for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
shared this with Jennifer a little bit in a quick text this morning. And I noticed when I was texting, I was like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. So I just sent it and probably made no sense.
I knew what you were talking about.
Did you? Oh, good. And then maybe you could tell me then.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. If you could translate it, I'd be really happy with you.
Yeah.
Well, it was just a really beautiful paradigm shift.
It was.
You really connected with yourself.
Yeah, and I wasn't really asking for that. I don't know I wasn't asking for anything specifically, just clarity. And, I mean, really, this has been a scary time for me, even if I think I'm not scared, just going off the antidepressants. I've been on them since 2002. And,
Wow.
yeah, a long time. And, she's releasing for me. Did you guys catch that? Jennifer's releasing for me. Either that or she's bored out of her skull. We're not sure.
No.
No, it's all a release at this time.
Yeah.
People are too excited to be bored.
Anyway, I just, I'm really, I'm determined to be off of them now. I mean, I'm not against them. I think they're for a good reason. I'm glad they're available. But it was way over time for me to get off of them. And I don't believe they were doing me any good anymore. And I think I was more or less just doing it for protection and not knowing the reason why anymore. I originally went on them when my stepson first went to prison in 2002. And I think that was a good enough reason to, I got divorced that year. There was a whole bunch of things that happened. And, but then after that, I thought that was my new normal, So, I mean, now fast forward however many years, and I'm just now really getting off them. I tried one other time, and I got to a point where I was like, whoa, getting the brain zaps, and, and I just automatically went right back on them because I didn't want to, it freaked me out.
Right.
So this time, like this last couple of days, I mean, I've been having those zaps in my brain where I'm just like, ugh, horrible feeling, but I know they're temporary. I know they'll pass. I know my body is strong and healthy. I know it will heal. I know it's not supposed to have that in it. I don't need it right now. And I just want to move through it. So really that's really my focus lately, honestly.
Wow.
Okay.
That's huge.
So what are some things you can do when you start to feel that weirdness come up?
Well,
what are some of your options?
I would need to try to stay grounded. I believe that I need to remember that I'm fine. I'm going to be okay. And not get in the whirlwind of, oh my God, I start to panic. And I think that, what if it gets worse? What if I get so crazy, I just go, completely fruitcake and nobody can save me. And I got to keep telling myself, like, what's the worst case scenario? That's not what's going to happen. And, I just got to go through the pain and remember that all pain's a gift. I mean, really it is. I mean, and that sounds stupid probably because who likes to be in pain, but without it, how do we know what's good? And how do I learn to appreciate other people's pain, which is much worse than this in so many cases? I don't know. I don't have the answers, honestly.
That's all right. You've got some
answers. You do.
You've got some things you're doing. Tell me more. Tell me some other options that you have. What are some things you learned in this class that you might be able to do?
Well, I can talk with others, obviously. I'm doing that now. I feel like I can do that, and I've reached out with Jennifer before. And I have other people in my safety net, that I can do that with as well around here. I can do the peace process and work through it, and my belief system, ask myself these questions and see if these are truly things that are within me, or are they something I've just taken on. And I think there's many things I can do that I've learned through this class. Definitely.
Excellent. Excellent. And you know the tapping that we did?
Yes.
That is something that you can just do this, just being there. You know, if you want to go through the whole thing, that's fine. And it is on this page, on our leadership, our group page, which, by the way, I'm not planning to take down. So you'll always be able to use this as a resource.
Thank you.
And it's just that you are the only ones who have the link.
Mm-hmm.
So you may write me, you know, 5 years from now and go, Pamela. I'll be like, so I'm sure I can find it. You have the link. So
Okay.
it won't be a public link. Well, it isn't anyway, but okay.
No, that's good to know.
Yes.
I have resources and I appreciate them.
Yeah, you'll be able to utilize all of these classes over and over again as often as you want. So that's there for you. And if it's not time, it's okay. You know, I think the biggest thing for you, Lisa, is not to feel guilty that you're on them. Because there's a piece of us that says, you know, I'm not cool. You know, I'm ashamed to say I'm on this and this and this. And instead, just be like, okay, I'm here. And what's it going to take? You know, and even if you just backed off it, weaned yourself or something, there's just no shame in it if you feel like it's important for you to go back. Is that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And I appreciate that too, because, and I believe that, and I know in no way, shape or form am I looking down at someone who is on them or wants to be on them or needs to be on them. I mean, I do believe they have a place. I just believe that they were out there welcome with me.
Right. Yes. And a lot of this, we have deep-rooted belief systems that are affecting us, and we have a history. And so one of the things we did when we were clearing, thank you, Sarah, one of the things, and Jennifer, one of the things that we realize is that when we're clearing, when you take in a negative emotion, say like the anxiety of your stepson, you know, and what happened to him in his life. What we do is we literally inhale it, and it becomes part of our emotional fabric. And it's trapped in our cells. It's trapped now in our DNA, and it passes on.
Yes, I truly believe that.
Through families and everything else. So part of this is DNA from somebody else.
Exactly,
and
yes.
Just inherited some of this. So it's when we went into the courts of heaven, we dealt with generational curses and generational stuff, and just release it and forgive them, and you know, clear it out. There are so many different ways to go after this, Lisa.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you for just. Oh, no kidding. We love listening to you.
Thank God, right? Since I'm babbling all the time.
Oh no, we all have a need to be heard. All of us. Okay. Jean, tell us what's going on with you. Love to hear it.
Can't hear it though.
You.
Oh, Jean? Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Wait, I heard.
It worked.
Okay, now you can hear
Got
me?
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're good.
We can hear you. We can hear you now.
Stick. Yeah, I could hear you guys on the drive back, but it went in and out. And I was thinking to myself,
Okay.
what can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
What can I share with you guys over the past couple of weeks, like any kind of wins? And I'm like, I couldn't really think of anything. I mean, it's been busy at work, trying to schedule 2 users groups, go to a conference, update my market. Like work has been swamped. But
so how have you played at work? What kind of a role have you taken at work lately?
For the past couple of weeks.
Anything different from before? Are you feeling any releases, any more freedom? I'm alluding to that email that you sent me. Like this was a week and a half ago.
Oh, like recognizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm definitely recognizing how I react to certain situations, and the ability to, kind of like Lisa said, like decompress and hold on a second. That's not mine. I don't belong to that. I don't need to react to that. That's somewhere else. It belongs over there. So I'm definitely learning to recognize better communication skills and better reaction on me. So, and I think that's helped a lot because even though the past couple of weeks have been swamped and slammed, I haven't really been miserable. Like I'm just doing it, getting it done. And, you know what I mean?
Go.
Yeah. So that's been good. Even today, I was getting frustrated because it was, one of those lists like, well, did you get this? Well, who's doing this? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? And I started to kind of go, Jesus, I don't have enough time. And then I'm like, hold on, old process. And I'm like, I just organize.
Hold your horses.
Exactly. So that's good. But yeah,
you're catching yourself.
I am. Mm-hmm. And my sister is also recognizing her, she used to just kind of jump into the high D and, ABC, get it done. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. And she's kind of slowing her tempo and with everybody really, and acknowledging how people need to, be spoken to kind of thing. So that's good. That's really good.
That's very good. That's awesome, Jean.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think too. I mean, I'm stepping out as far as I think I told you guys I took an online class for nonprofit management, so I need to catch up on that. I'm like 2 weeks behind. Volunteering every other week here locally. Even my Toastmasters group asked me the other week if I could step up and take a leadership position in that, which is of course you don't get paid for that. So I'm like, you know what, stuff's coming. Like you've always said, Pamela, put it out there. You don't know what exactly. It's not like you're looking for the perfect job or the perfect opportunity. But if you put out what you love to do and what you want to do, it shows up. So that's good. And this weekend. And I'm not really a social person. I have no social life or whatever. But like guys were actually coming up talking to me. I'm like, this is pretty cool. So. Yeah, that was really good. Normally I'm, let me be a wallflower and let everybody else shine. But I was like, all right, well, if I'll start a conversation and have one with you. And they're attractive guys too.
That always helps.
Always
helps.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I love it. It's like, no, nothing really is going on. No, nothing really. It's just been really slammed. But all of a sudden, well, this.
Yeah, then she lists off 25 things.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have to say, I'm still waiting for that one big major thing, but it'll come. It'll come. So I'm good. Thanks, ladies.
I think I said this one thing. You guys have heard of Les Brown, right?
Huh?
Everybody's heard. Have you all heard of Les Brown?
Oh,
Les
yes.
Brown.
Yeah.
He is one of the top public speakers in the nation. He is he's in his 70s, and I've seen him speak in person. He's just an amazing guy, and he became an overnight success through Toastmasters. He just started speaking, and he is like one of the world's best speakers, and he learned it through Toastmasters. And he said one day, because I listened to him on stage, he said, I'm a 37-year overnight success. There is no such thing as an overnight success. Everything is one step on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. It's building blocks. And as you build it, eventually what happens is it hits critical mass, it tips over, whatever happens, and that's when the explosion happens. So when we're waiting for something, it really means that something is happening all the way along, and we're building it, and then when it happens, we go, whoa, that just happened. Well, no, it didn't. Everything is purposeful. Everything. So, Jean, you are building it, and that one big thing is what you're building on right now.
That's
for
true.
all the things.
Yeah,
That's very true.
And I was going to say that all these little things are going to happen, all these little things that are happening, and you'll look back a year from now and realize how you're in such a different place than you were a year ago, and it never, and you're like, oh, I'm different now.
That's true, and I can recognize the difference in the past couple of years. So you're right.
Yeah,
all is good.
It's there. So Jennifer just put up a link for Les Brown so you can see what he looks like. And he stood up on stage and he's like 69 years old when I watched him. And he goes, I can do push-ups. You guys want to see? So here he is in a suit and everything. And he does push-ups. There you go. Perfect.
I gotta see it.
And he gets up there and he takes his jacket off and he gets on the stage and does, like 35 push-ups and he stands up and he's like, yeah. He was he's so real. He's just like, well, what do you think? And he just talks about what he's thinking and everybody's just totally wrapped, pulled in. And it's because he's so transparent. He's transparent and vulnerable about everything.
He sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is.
He sounds really like good. You, Lisa.
Well, probably by the time I'm 70, I'll be famous. Who knows?
It could happen before.
I hope so.
In fact, we're going to talk about some of that today.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Jean, for just sharing that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Jennifer, I'd like to hear, I already just heard about you. Okay, so the next one is Sarah. Okay,
yes,
Sarah. Have you noticed she's been smiling this entire time? That's why I was like, no, I'm making her wait till last.
Thanks, Pam.
Uh-oh.
You're welcome.
I realized a couple of things this past couple of days. Had a really good check-in with Pam yesterday, which was really helpful. Just still working through a lot of the mom stuff. But then also I don't know, I guess I feel like there have been no major breakthroughs, but I took a moment to realize that there's a lot of progress on a lot of different fronts. I've got my personal massage website a day or two from being up and running, which is really, really exciting for me. I've got
which you will send to all of us.
Yeah, you'll send us the link, right?
I'll let you guys know. Yes.
Okay, good.
And then I've got childcare set up for this summer, which has been a huge stressor. I've gone through so many. I think I got 6 different childcare providers in the last 4 months, and it's just been crazy, insane, and stressful trying to get that dealt with. And then the housing situation, which I reached out to one person who put me in contact with someone else to where I'm able to, I haven't talked to the owners of the property that I want. I understand, but I know who it is, and I know that their son is living on the property right now. So not likely going to have him leave anytime soon, but there's another house nearby that I
never know what he wants to do.
Yeah.
I never know. So what I did was I called my aunt who lives next door to the property that I want, and I told her, I said, do you know who owns it? She said, yeah, it's the veterinarian in town. And I said, do you know him? Are you friends with him? And she said, yeah, I know him. She's got horses. She's been there for like 30 years. And I said, great. So tell them that I want the property. And just tell them, whether it's renting it or possibly purchasing it down the road, when it becomes available, if they're interested in having someone do anything with it, to let me know. And she said, great, I'll let them know. So I kind of left it at that as like, all right, and I know her, I don't know her super well, but I'm under the impression she's willing to just drop names and stuff, and she wants to help out. So I thought, well, I've put that out there, and when I'm ready for it and when it's ready for me, it'll come together. And
nice.
In the meantime, if I end up in a different house for a little while, that I think of it as a stepping stone, then I'm okay with stepping stones. So
right on.
Trying to just trust that God's timing is, I'm told God never shows up early. He shows up on time. He's never late. Sometimes he's early. Usually he's just on time though. And so I kind of go, well, I'm getting to a crunch time. I need a house in about 2 months. Just life circumstances are what they are, and I need to be in my own place within about 2 months, and can't really get into an apartment for different reasons. And anyway, so having the house that I know that is available, it's owned by an old family friend. They know me, they know my character, they know what's going on in my life, and so that's a very real possibility. And so I'm just kind of in a, I'm just going to enjoy where I'm at, what I'm doing, and whatever door God's opens, that's the one I'll walk through and trust that it's the right one. So
I love it.
Sweet.
There's been a lot of that going on.
Sweet. So what's going on as far as how you feel around your kids?
They're still my kids. That they still, it's still rough. I still feel it. I feel it in my shoulders. It's right here. When they start crying and stuff, I do this. It's like my shoulders come all the way up to my ears. I feel better around them though. I feel like I see them acting out, and instead of being angry, there's a part of me that I can at least hear. The anger is still there, but there's a part of me that can come out and say, why are they acting out and what do they need from me right now? And my older one, I've noticed she's figured out how to play the I miss daddy card on me a lot. And anytime she's upset and she needs comforted, she doesn't say, oh, I'm really sad or anything. She just says she misses daddy, because she knows that it's kind of her phrase, and it's her push button. So, but I picked up on that. How do you feel
when she says that?
Very, very sympathetic. I miss him too. A week from Saturday will be the 1-year date. My husband got arrested, and he's been in prison ever since. He gets out in 4 months. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a lot. That was another thing where it kind of hit me, where I went, oh yeah, I've survived the whole year now, almost. And, so when she says she misses daddy, it's, yeah, we miss him. We visit him at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. So she sees him, but she often still asks about him. Can we go visit him tonight? Can we talk to daddy on the phone sometimes? But yesterday she was yammering on the pretend phone to him for about 20 minutes, and it was adorable and hilarious and heartbreaking all at the same time. So
I had no idea you were going through that.
I didn't bring it up. It was just, it's one of those things where I just don't even really know where to start with it most of the time. It's like, yeah, no, he got her.
There's nowhere to start. I mean,
there's not really.
But I mean, it just, I mean, I just want to hold you in a good space for that, because I know how hard that must be.
Well, when I heard you here, you said, or why you went on to your depression medication, Lisa, I was like, oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a year of a lot of growth, lot of growth. And I remember at the beginning of it all thinking, this sucks. I know I'm going to come out for the better, and I know I'm going to be so much stronger at the end of it, but man, it sucks going through it. And
yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was true. It was true. And I am stronger. I mean, I'm a woman I never knew existed prior to the arrest. So it has been good, and I see it continuing down that path, but there's still obviously some really difficult times.
Sure. And there will be. And there would be regardless if he wasn't in prison, and there's those hard things. So,
yeah.
But I can see how that would be hard, and but hang in there. How much time do you guys have?
Sorry, he has another. Well, How much time did we have?
Yeah, how much time does he have left, or how much time do you guys have left?
He gets out September 17th. It's his release date. So, and he won't be allowed to move into the my parents' home with me, and he needs a address to be released to 2 months prior, otherwise they won't release him.
Sure.
So that's kind of my like, okay, I have to be into my own place in 2 months.
And that's hard because it's kind of all on you. You don't have your partner to help you navigate and do part of that legwork, which would probably be the quote normal way to do it. And yeah,
probably
that's a lot on you. Yeah, so that's a lot on you. It's a lot.
Yeah,
you can
fortunately my family's been awesome about it. They're very supportive of whatever decision I make, and so that's made things a lot easier.
Yeah.
But still challenging.
No, I'm sure. Yeah. Cool.
So I want to go back to one piece that you said when you were saying that when your girls cry, you go like this and you have pain in your shoulder.
Yep, always.
So can you go back in there right now and feel that? Just feeling that your girls cry and something happens and you have that pain in your shoulders? Okay. So I'd like you to go inside with your eyes, your inside eyes, and look in that pain in your shoulders and tell me, what do you see in there? What do you see inside your shoulders?
I don't really see anything. I just feel the pain.
Okay. So what if you just watch the pain? Just watch it and see what it does. It may stay there. It may move around. You can sort of talk to the pain too. You can say, what's your name? You know, do you belong to me? Why are you here? You can be curious about it. And the reason why I'm coming from that space instead of get out of here is that just causes more stress. So what we want to do, and Lisa, this is something that you can do when this comes up for you as well, is be curious about it and say, okay, I'm feeling this. What is it? What is it that I'm feeling? Why am I there? And you too, Elizabeth, when you get around your family and they say something that kind of quirks you, decide, okay, wait, I'm going to be curious about this and see why I'm feeling defensive right now. Where am I feeling it in my body, and what's coming up for me? And then while you're doing that and you're feeling that pain, what's happening to the pain, Sarah?
It's just there. It's
okay.
moved up into my head and then back down into my shoulders. It's more on the right than the left.
That's very normal. Okay. And just stay with it. And while you're watching it and observing it, send it love. Just send it love. Like, it's okay. You can be there. It's okay for you to be there. It's okay. I'm going to embrace you. This is what's going on. And I want you to imagine your girl screaming and you're talking to your shoulders and you're talking to the pain. Lisa, I want you to imagine that anxiety just coming up inside and you're just saying, it's okay. It's okay. I can handle this. Jennifer, I want you to imagine your son or your mother, your stepson or your mother, saying some comment that didn't work. Or even one of the office political people that get on your nerve.
The office, big right now.
Yeah. And Jean, just imagine the stress at work right now, just all the busyness and everything that's going on. Who can you be? Where can you, how can you just love yourself through this? That you're not there and the big thing hasn't happened and these things didn't happen yet and I'm just right where I was and what's showing up inside your body? And we're going back through this because these are things that there are times when we just get ourselves wound up and we forget that there is a way to work through it. And we call it, oh, just go do this peace process, but then we don't do it. We put it off because we don't think we're worthy of it. So we're taking it on. There you go. Good job. Now, amp up the screaming, amp up the anxiety, amp up the frustration. That's right. That's right. That's right. Just stay with it. And continue. Replay the record. Make it more intense. How can you do that and still be there for you? You're watching this thing. It's like you have two parts of you. One part is playing the record and, trying to turn it up, the volume. And the other part of you is saying, it's okay. I can be with this. I can play this record and I can be okay. I can be loved. I can love myself. I can be accepting. That's right. That's right. That's right. So Sarah, I saw your shoulders go down a little bit. What's going on?
Oh,
Thank you, Jennifer.
there's still pain.
Yeah?
But it's,
Scale is 0 to 10. Where was it when you started?
it's not usually real prevalent when they're not screaming, which they're not right now. So I'd say it was probably a 3, and I may have come down to it. Actually, it feels like it's gotten more specific. It's right here.
Okay. All right. And so it moved back there, and we don't know why. We just know that it did. So be present with it, sit with it, send it love, and know that it's been screaming to get your attention for a long time. And you've been trying to ignore it and just push over the top of it. And our goal here is to no longer ignore these signs that come up in our bodies, but to be mildly interested. Like, wonder what that is all about. And the more you're mildly interested, the more your body can talk to you. Because our bodies talk to us all the time, but we're not hearing them. Be present. Be with that pain. Be with your chair. Be with how cold or warm it is in the room. Be with scratchy, itchy clothes. Be with your hair being in your face. That was for you, Jean. That's right. Just be with it. Just be with it. And be okay. That's right. Breathe deep. Send it love. Be okay. That's right. That's right. Those yawns come. It's just part of it. That's right. What's going on for you right now, Lisa?
I don't know. I feel like I'm tapped into Sarah somehow.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah. It's just not, I don't know. I can't really do it for me right this minute. I don't know.
You can do it for other people. So is that working for you to help her and to be there for her?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how helpful it is. I just know I can, I don't know. It's just really weighing on me. And,
so
the kid part and her situation. And, I think the whole thing, it just feels tense, and I can see why it's in her shoulders. And I think of the body from another class I've taken before, the body in 6 different layers, if you will, and like 6 being your head, and 5 more neck and stuff, and the things that go, so 1 would be, your feet. And also those numbers corresponding to different parts of the body, and also different parts of personalities, and different parts of birth order. And I mean, anyway, I'm sure you guys all think I'm crazy, but anyway,
No, absolutely
so
not.
it makes me wonder, and what's happening. And I know what type of person a little bit she is. I know she's a nurturer. I know that, just the massage part and stuff. And so I feel like you take on a lot of other stresses probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then it winds up in here for you. So the massage part, your family members, your own girls, your husband, and all these things, and that's where they're landing or manifesting themselves. And I don't know. So I guess I'm just trying to put a puzzle together with only a few pieces that I have, and so I'm just trying to do this guesswork that I do oftentimes when I find out bits and pieces about people. So that's where I'm at.
So Lisa, just some questions here for you. So what's really important is when you're working with people is that you ground yourself so that you do not pick up their stress or their pain. You may pick up on it,
yes,
but you don't hold on to it. It's not yours.
No, and
it's like, oh, I get this.
Right.
Okay.
I have done that. I used to do that a lot. I don't know that I do that much anymore because I know, I mean, I really, truth be told, I think it has a lot to do with the different things that I have health-wise that go on with me, like say my type 1 diabetes. And I think I have taken things, generational things and outside things from different people. And I'm not trying to blame or anything, but I just mean,
just learning about yourself. Yeah.
I do think that we take things in and sometimes it damages us. And I think I've been damaged in certain areas in my body that still need healed and stuff, but so, and that worries me for y'all too, because I know that if we're not conscientious of that can happen. And I by no means know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to study it and try to find out more about it. I think it's kind of interesting, and I don't know.
There's a verse that it really has helped me for years, is a curse without cause shall not light. So if we're not a curse without cause shall not light, meaning that a negative thought can't land on you and harm you unless you're receptive to it. And unless you really, so it's like, I can be throwing all kinds of negativity towards you, and because I'm in this space that I'm not, it's like I feel like I'm not doing anything to require that. I'm not accepting it. I'm not taking it on. You may be throwing it at me, but I'm not taking it on. And because I'm not, it's not going to affect me. It's only going to affect you, the person who's throwing it.
Because isn't that how our receptors work for like drugs? Like receptors in our synapses or drugs or whatever, or like if you become insulin intolerant, like your body's not receiving it anymore. And so like our emotions are like that. And it's bringing up what you're saying is bringing up a very visual thing for me. Like if we're not receptive, it just won't come to us. And like the thing with the friend really, really hurt me. And then I was like, it's not my stuff.
Right.
I'm not going to have it. I'm not receptive to it. And all of that negativity, all of that whatever, and the difficulty, and that's her stuff. I'm not receptive to it. And
That's
like
right.
the other day, actually last night, I came home and I was kind of, sometimes I get into these, oh my God, what's going to happen with my job? Maybe everybody hates me at work. Maybe, you know, like I said something positive to my boss about how I was enjoying my work right now. And she said to me, and she just kind of like didn't respond, even though we've been working together really well. And I took that. I don't know if she was trying to give it to me, but I took it. And by the time I got home, I was just kind of like a
mess,
worried and panicky. And and then I remember looking at my nightstand and just kind of taking my watch off and putting it down and thinking, like, I'm putting my watch down. I'm just going to put this negative emotion down. And I think one of our sessions, we just said, just shout at it. You know, I think it was Elizabeth, and you asked her, what are you going to do when the depression comes? And and what are some of the things? And I think one of the things was talk to it, yell at it, tell it no, make it go away. You don't.
You're not a part of me.
You're not allowed. And so
You gonna go finish your movie?
And so I was able to do that. And it was like a 2-minute thing. And I was like, oh my God, that worked.
Wow.
Okay. I'm just going to keep going with
amazing.
it. Yeah.
That's really good. Really
the
good.
thing is, we get a thought that comes in, and the only reason why it stays is because we entertain it.
Yeah.
So if you have a thought that all of a sudden, you know, you see yourself jumping off a roof, you know how, I mean, I've done this multiple, I used to do this all the time when I was younger. I'd be driving down the street and I would imagine myself pulling out in front of another car. You know, I'm driving this way and they're driving this way. I'm driving 65, 70 miles an hour. And I kept seeing myself pull out in front of another car. And so finally one day I thought, you know, this is a fear of mine. And if I continue to worry about this, I'm eventually going to do it. I mean, it dawned on me. So I just said, I refuse to entertain this thought anymore. And I never have that thought anymore. But I used to have it literally for years. That, why don't you just turn the steering wheel and go in front of that car? And I'm like, where did that come from? But I kept entertaining it. And it never dawned on me that I could have control over that and say, you know, I don't really want to do that. And I don't like you. And I don't really think you belong to me. And I'm not going to claim you anymore. And I don't think of it ever again.
I don't want to think you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just not going to think you.
Here's what was so crazy. I mean, when you really think about this, is I'm thinking blah, blah, blah. And then I have this other part of my brain, remember, that says, wait a minute, what are you doing? Are you thinking this? Let's not think that anymore. So you're like, go, 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 go. And you make that other part go away. It's like we're having this little, you know, fight with our thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been listening to every day I've been listening to TED Talks and looking for positive YouTube videos, and my husband's like, what's going on with our data usage? And I said, honey, I need it. And I just, you know, just fill yourself up with what you need.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Very good. Very good. So, Sarah, tell me what's going on right now with your shoulders, because you just dealt with a little child issue.
It's more like a pin pain right here. It's not as bad as usual, but
good.
So it's not as bad as usual, and I don't feel like I'm doing this. It's just kind of okay, well, that was a frustration I need to deal with, and
so what if that came to you? What if you actually attracted that little interruption? Now what?
I always I'm frustrated that I attracted it.
Okay. And what would you be curious about? What can be curious about that?
What could be curious about my frustration or about the fact that I attracted it?
Yeah,
or both.
Either, whatever, both.
My first thought was just I don't know why I can't seem to let it go and quit pulling and drawing that stuff to me.
Okay,
I don't know how to be curious about it. I'm just angry at myself for it.
Okay, so let's just say that you're angry at yourself. And maybe deeper, you're angry at somebody else for teaching you that to you, that that's the way you're supposed to react to your children. And
I feel like I'm more angry at myself because consciously and as an adult, I know better than to be angry at them. They're just kids. They're having fun. They're actually playing nicely together. They're just loud.
Yeah. Okay. So this reminds me of Lisa, and she wasn't allowed to be loud. And she wasn't allowed to make a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of Elizabeth, not, supposed to be have men hear what she had to say. You're not, you're not the only one who's in this situation who's been very, very frustrated, and with children even, or with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a piece in here that's saying that you're not worthy of being loved. So what part is not worthy? The angry part? Or is the angry part really scared?
I think the anger part is scared. I don't know that I felt unworthy of being loved. I felt like I wasn't worth being loved.
Okay.
I don't remember doing anything that was really terrible or that would have made it so that I wasn't worthy. I just remember feeling like it wasn't. I got lost in the shuffle, and it's just another one of the kids. It just wasn't worth putting in the effort or something like that.
How can you relate that to how you feel about your girls? Interrupting. Because I know you love your girls. It's not that. It's just dealing with this little thing that's going on. That's it. We're just dealing with this thing that's jumping up, and it's jumping up, and it's not even yours. I don't believe it's yours.
It doesn't feel like mine, because when it comes on, it feels almost like an out-of-body experience. It's infuriating, and I don't experience it really except for in the moment. So
Sarah, let's grab a hold of that one right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's an out-of-body experience and it's not yours, then it doesn't belong to you. Then what if you told it, in the name of Jesus Christ, leave? Every time you feel that come, you just say, leave, in the name of Jesus Christ. You don't belong to me. I'm not going to recognize you anymore. So I have been really challenged in my second marriage of being in with a man who's very controlling and just amazing. He protected 2 presidents. He's not afraid of anything or anyone. And when he says something, he expects the world to jump, and he likes to be in control and in charge. And really, I'm not very good at being controlled or somebody being in charge of me. So when that happens, I remember listening just a couple of months back, and some of you may or may not know, but I left about 7 or 8 months ago. I left for 5 months and really had to deal with what is going on in my world and who am I and how am I going to respond to all this? Because I was feeling unworthy. I mean, I was going through all the things that we're talking about, and I'm just sharing with you right now so that that I go through the same battles that you're going through. And what's been really cool is I heard one teaching, and it was from Joel Osteen, and he said, I just want to say that if you have strife in your home, people aren't getting along and they're putting people down or you're arguing back or whatever, he said, that's not from God, and that's not you. So just tell it to leave. And I thought, oh, cool. How cool is that? And so I did. And every once in a while, it'll try to come back in. But we both watched that show and nipped it, just like this. We knew what it was. And we said, you're not allowed anymore in our relationship or in our marriage. And I got to say, I am happier than I have been in a long, long, long time.
That's great.
Wow.
And I'm practicing everything we're talking about. And I'm sharing with you the things that I've learned because I'm going through the same, and I have gone through the same hell, only different than each of you have and are going through. And at the same time, I'm reaching out, I'm looking under every rock I can find to what is it that I can do so that I can love myself, I can love other people, and I can live in power and not in weakness or fear. So these tools work. They really do. And each one is going to be a little different. It's going to work differently for you. And you can use all of them and you can master this. You can master all your stuff. And I'm not saying I've mastered any of mine. I'm just feel a whole lot closer than I did. I'll say it that way. So just know, Sarah, that you have the power, just like I did with that thought that came in and said, pull out in front of this car. I finally said, I'm not going to think that anymore. And I just, if it would come by, I'm like, no, and just kick it out. Do you think you could do that, Sarah?
I could
at least work at it.
I could try. I was going to say, no, I could try. There's obviously the anger isn't something I want to have. So, but yeah, I can definitely work at it.
No, I hear you. I totally hear you. And this is a journey, and it's part of the journey. And part of it is being aware, because now you say, okay, this is what it is. This is how I can describe it. Then you already know that it's not you. It comes over you. Well, then, hello, it's not you. That's not Sarah in peace. That's something else that's come along. And you don't have to own it. You don't have to take it on. And I wouldn't even acknowledge anymore that I get angry. I mean, acknowledge that, oh, what's this? I'm curious. You don't belong to me. But to confess out loud over and over that I get angry means that I'm basically owning, I'm still saying that I'm
still calling it back into my life.
You're calling it back. And so let's just not call it back anymore. Just say you don't belong to me anymore. You're not part of me. So would that be helpful for you, Sarah?
I think that would be very helpful for me, which is why I'm writing it down real quick. Okay,
good. So I had a couple of things on the Millionaire Mindset. Are you guys up for listening to it for a little bit?
Yes, very much so.
Sarah? Okay, cool.
I'm ready to be a millionaire.
Or just
think I am.
I'm ready to be
I'm
there.
hoping she becomes a millionaire so I can get some money from her. I'm going to get a loan from Jennifer when she becomes a...
Okay. It might
Lisa,
just
you
be
can become a
Monopoly
millionaire
money.
on your own. You won't need a loan.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm glad you
Yeah.
guys think that.
And then I can hit you up.
Good.
What I'm sharing right now here is this screen. So can you guys see it?
Ta-da!
Everybody see
Yeah,
it?
you need to shrink
The Millionaire
the
Mindset.
box with the pictures, or there's a little box with the red,
Really?
green, blue.
Like
just
graphic
over.
thing.
Oh, yeah, look at
Yeah.
that.
No, that it should be that you can have your pictures up at the top of the page if you put them on the like the 4 squares.
Mm-hmm.
So your pictures of each other goes to the top of your page.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah,
it
we got that.
But it's not showing
Done.
it right. Hold on, then let me do this differently. Okay, so let me hold on. It's going backwards. I'm trying to hit the
Uh-oh.
escape. There we go.
What
So,
is that thing? Oh,
I don't know.
what is what? I don't know what you're saying.
What is
Tell me what you're saying.
that thing?
Oh,
You
no,
just
it's gone.
X'd
You just
out.
made it.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. You just killed it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you saw. The color thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
The color
guys,
thing.
you know, I'll get rid of the formatting completely so that we don't even see that. And now I'm going to play the slide. Is that better?
Yes.
Yay. Yes.
Okay. Yay. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about, and I'm going to go fast. But and these are all excerpts from the book How Rich People Think, and Steve Siebold wrote this book, and I took the Kindle edition, and I've taken some of the highlights of what I felt was going on in each of our worlds, and it may just have been me, who knows, but anyway. So the thing is that rich people usually dream about money, but the rest of us worry about it. And the biggest piece of a millionaire mindset is for us to talk about money and not think it's greedy, to not think it's evil, not be afraid of it. Money is just money. Wealth means that you have more power than if you don't. And wealth equals power. So if you want to help the world, who are the people that are in the greatest place to help the world? People
Rich
with
people.
wealth,
Rich.
people with the power.
Mm-hmm.
So if we say, you know, I'm worried about running out of money, I get emotional when I start thinking about money. If I think money is finite, there's not enough to go around. You know, if this person has a job and there's 5 realtors in town, then there's just not enough room for me. Anything like that is finite thinking. When we think that we're living beyond our means, we're worried about it. We're worried about it instead of dreaming about it. So it's like you're either listening to the voice that says I don't have, or you're listening to the voice that says I can. And what I'd like you to think about is the thought-provoking question is how much mental energy do you waste every day worrying about money? And I'd like you to just stop right now and think about how much time you think you really do take thinking about money. I mean, does it come up in your mind every hour? Sometimes for an hour? Does it come up in your mind when you wake up, when you go to sleep? You know, are you concerned that you don't have enough, that your money's running out, that, you know, you've got to get a better job? I mean, and then you do not have to answer anything. However, if you have a question, you're certainly welcome to raise your hand, because I've shut everything off on this video, so I can't see you. So you have to do the manual thing or do something in the chat. So the coaching question is, what mindset will you take right now to shift all your mental energy that you spend worrying about money to building your fortune? Every time you start thinking, gosh, I don't have enough of this. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Instead, we're saying, so how can I build a fortune with this? What could I do that would just make all this turn around? What could come to me? What great idea could I have? And starting to think in a whole different way. Any comments about that?
I can feel the energy. As you're talking about worrying about money, I can feel my chest tighten. And then as you start talking about changing your mindset and what will you start thinking about to build your future, my chest kind of like relaxes, and I feel like that and the bad energy like leaving me. It's
Awesome.
It's like, wow, that's powerful.
That is powerful. So if you started thinking like that every day, just think what you're going to attract. Yeah. Cool. Any other comments?
I'd like to send a video about something that I'd seen that I just watched yesterday. I'll send it to you, Pamela, and then you can vet it and see what you think.
Yeah, I'll post
You can put it on the Facebook.
I could, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
It's only 20 minutes long, and it's about having gratitude about your money, but being very aware of your money, like not ever thinking like, no, I don't know how much I have in my checking account right now. You always know every day how much is in your account, and whether it's 2 cents or, 200,000 or whatever, Anyway, I'm looking for it right now, and I'm going to send it, or I'll post it.
I don't even put receipts in with my money. I keep my money in its own space, and it gets to have its space in my wallet. I don't cram anything else in with the money.
Oh.
And I listened to something very similar to that, and it was like, if you can't have $20 if you're not grateful that you have $2.
Right. And right.
Yeah, it's that whole attitude. Beautiful, beautiful. Please post it. That would be awesome. Okay.
It's Kate Northrup. Kate
I don't
Northrup.
know her.
Okay. Anywho's, go ahead.
But that's okay. Go ahead and post her.
I will.
All right. So the next one. Check out these shoes, ladies. The wealthy are more positive.
I have a question.
Oh.
Yes, Elizabeth.
So what you're saying is because of my situation, I worried about money a lot, but then I kind of quieted that down.
Yes.
And it's kind of shifted to trust. Just shifted my attention more to trust. But I'm not in this. What you said is shift your energy about money to about building your fortune. But I haven't really shifted to any attention onto building a fortune. It's just about trust.
Right.
That money will come my way and I don't have to worry about it. So what do you say about that focus?
Just see what happens if you shift it even more. See, what you did was you shifted from the negative to a place of peace, and things can come to you when you're in a place of peace. And then if you start dreaming about it, whatever you focus on will come. So if you're focusing on negativity or things not working, that will come. If you focus on things growing and building, that's what you're inviting into your life. All of those things can come.
Now, we don't have to think about the how, right? We just think about the what.
Never.
Thank you, honey.
No, you don't. You just. Hi, sweetie.
Hi, baby. How are you?
So if we're thinking about the how, then we start to worry. Unless the how will show up. It will magically come. Just think, you put the energy of what it's like. If I were, if you were wealthy, what would you live in? What kind of a place would this look like if we had the money? And I was thinking about that when we looked at granite countertops for our home, and I thought, so if I had the money, which countertop would I get? If I didn't have the money, which countertop would I get? And I realized I was getting 2 different countertops. And I thought, wow, so I'm limiting myself because I'm saying, well, I don't have the money. But really, I realized that the very countertops that I wanted and that I would have had I had the money was probably another $400 or $500 more. It wasn't like it was $5,000 extra. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But we limit ourselves because we think we can't have this. This is just
Right.
not it. So, anyway, so stop the how, just feel it. Just feel it. Just live in the energy of what it would like to build it, if it built and if it grew. So here's the other piece, is that the wealthy are more positive and more self-reliant. So they embrace any kind of education that makes sense to them. And Lisa, I just got to commend you because you're insatiable on your search for how do I grow? How do I change this? How do I get to this space? Because this is so important for me. And Sarah, you are stepping into that big time. You're like launching. How do I become this person that I so know is available? And Elizabeth, oh my goodness, you are releasing so much that's been behind you. It's like you're trying on a new pair of shoes every day. And it's really fun to watch. And Jean, just watching you go from hesitation to, okay, I'm going to do this. It's like you're watching the jump rope and you're just deciding to jump in. And it's awesome because you're doing it. And Jennifer, how many jobs are you entertaining right now? Probably 3 or 4, maybe more.
Inside the company, like 2, and outside, I see jobs that I can apply for all over the place.
Because something happened, and really nothing happened except for this. So you're embracing everything. You're seeing all things as possible instead of no longer possible.
Yeah.
So the thought-provoking question is, how much time do you invest on a weekly basis in self-education? What are you feeding yourself? And if you're saying, well, and I'm telling you, you are. I'm seeing each of you do this. The question is, how much more do you want to invest? Jean is in Toastmasters. She's investing. The coaching action is to commit to investing at least 1 hour a day to help you move closer to creativity, self-education, being coached, mentored, or expanding. Whatever that takes. I think, Jennifer, you took on 3 mentors this last week.
Yeah, and I'm also in Toastmasters. I'm a VP of membership. A couple of people haven't been there. We have it every week, and I've been teaching other people. We've had all of this training come in for Agile and Power BI, and I've just been jumping in and just doing it.
Yeah,
whatever comes my way, I'm just.
And Elizabeth, she's been taking workshops like crazy because she's constantly investing in herself. And Sarah, I know that you're working very hard to find who's the right person, where's the right place to live. I mean, you're open to all of it. It's like you guys are sieves right now, and it's a good thing. It's just awesome. It's powerful, and I'm seeing it. So another one is that world class focuses on earning and not on saving, because saving comes from a mindset that I need to hold all these things close to me so that I don't lose them. Whereas if I go in an attitude to say, how can I earn more? What can I do? And this is one of my favorite examples. One of my clients, he was in a home that he was paying like $10,000 a month, and he decided to move. And he found a house that he really liked. And he said, and he was renting. And he said, I found it, but it's an extra like $5,000 a month, and man. And I said, well, what are you going to do? Because the guy spends money like it's going out of style, but it's great. And you know what he said? He goes, well, I'm just going to have to earn more.
Yeah.
That's just what he's like. I'm just going to have to go out and make more money. He had no intention of backing off this home. He had every intention of saying, I want this home. And I just remember hearing him, and I was like, right on. So that is a millionaire mindset. That is a wealth mindset. And so my question to you is, based on your savings accounts and earnings, just looking at where you are right now financially, how is your focus on your savings work for you thus far? Has it been are you saving because out of fear, or are you earning out of excitement? And the coaching question is, what area are you willing to explore to increase your earning potential? What can you do differently right now that would even increase it more? Like Jennifer, you said, I am a project manager.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What's the next step?
Keep applying until I get in there. And
what's
then
the next step above a project manager? What's higher up?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Senior project manager, program manager, director,
Where do you want to stop?
VP. I don't know.
Huh.
Till she owns the joint.
So what I just
Yeah.
heard you do was, by doing that, you expanded. You expanded
Yeah,
big
I
time.
did.
Yeah, that was sweet. So this is the question. What area are you willing to explore to increase your earning potential? Jean, oh my goodness. This is totally open for you. And you can either do it in your company, or you can do it through your volunteer position, or you can do it through Toastmasters. You can do it anywhere you are. Elizabeth, same thing with you and your new business. Anything you want. Sarah, oh my goodness, you don't have to even do another massage, but you could organize people who do. What is your potential? What can you do to increase that? Lisa, you wanna run a program. What if you started a nonprofit? What if you became, you had a program that reached out all over the world to help homeless?
I know.
I mean, I know
think about that.
Think
I really
global,
do think
act
about
local, but
yeah.
good.
I just
That's
don't.
where we want to go.
I just don't know what to do. But yeah, I mean, I totally want to do that.
So be open. Just stay open. The
Yes.
next one is performance is the safest way to earn. So we were talking about earning, and the way you earn is to perform. That means you get out and do it. You take action. And it's not in having a job. It's not in being safe. It's performing. Stepping up and taking the speech. Deciding when somebody's absent, saying, I'll take it. Let me do that. It's stepping up into a higher space every single time. Stepping up. I remember when I was in community policing and I was training, and one of my mentors, he came up to me and he goes, Pamela, every time they offer a training, take it. Like offer to train, I offer to teach every single time. So I would take things and I wasn't even qualified for them, but they would take me because sometimes I'd be the only one who volunteered. And oh my goodness, I traveled to Hawaii multiple times. I traveled all over the world, literally, because of the advice he gave. And I just really appreciated that. But performance, just put yourself on the spot and perform.
Yeah.
So questions for you. Are you trading your opportunity to grow beyond your dreams for a false sense of security? If I have this job and I can keep this money, then I can retire in 5 years, and then I can do this. That's a false sense of security, because our markets, everything could fall in one day. Everything.
But that's
So
exactly what I know I've done. That's so me right there. Ugh.
It's okay. It's okay. This is, I only did the ones that scared me, okay?
No, I'm glad I'm hearing it. No, really. I never really put words to that feeling before, and that's what it is. Right there.
Yeah. Because we already know intuitively, way deep down inside, that everything could crumble at any moment. We watched it over and over and over again. Think about Pompeii. They had this whole society going. Everything was going great. And all of a sudden, a black cloud comes over and people are freaked out. Their whole world changed. Well, most of them didn't even live through it. But everything changed in one moment. So anything that we're doing right now is thinking that we're being secure isn't really secure. So
Yeah.
start trusting your judgment. Trust what you're thinking. And what small risk are you willing to take right now that will change everything for you? Anyway, good question, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other one, middle class thinks small. World class thinks big. And I remember one of my clients, she's a parenting coach, and she is a phenomenal parenting coach. And I remember working with her, and I said, well, it just so happens that you are the #1 parenting coach in the nation. She goes, well, how do I know that? I said, how do you not know that? And she goes, yeah, but wouldn't that be false advertisement or whatever? And I said, it's only false if it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and nobody's telling you that they're better, the best one. And she goes, well, I guess you're right. Well, she would never call herself that. But pretty soon we started talking. I said, I think you need to go to Disney World and teach them how, because they're freaked out. They actually have a website that tells you how to manage your children when they get into big places like that, because kids go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I said, you need to be their top consultant. And she's like, oh, because I kept pushing her to the top. And she said, you pushed me so much further than I would ever push myself. And now, by the way, she is on set to make about $450,000 this year.
Nice.
With her
Holy
business.
cow.
And her business is called Highly Profitable Practice. And she teaches people. And she doesn't even do parenting coaching anymore. But she grew beyond that. She grew way beyond it. And
cool.
she stopped thinking small. She thinks really big. She's awesome. Okay, so based on your past results, where you've been, what you see from up to today, without any condemnation, by the way, are you thinking big or small? Where are you? What are you doing? And by the way, I'm asking these questions because we've been coached for 6 months, so I know you are not where you were.
No.
I know that you're in a higher, bigger, way more amazing space, and you're already thinking bigger than you've ever thought. So the question to you is, what decision can you make today to think bigger and to maximize your earning potential? What decision can you make right now that would change that? Anybody got an idea? Elizabeth, what decision?
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say I need to take more rest.
Well, when I thought about it,
Cool, Lisa. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
because I've been sitting on the fence about this starting this business, and I need to just do it and focus on it more.
Yeah, congratulations, Elizabeth. I know that it's scary to get something started, but sitting on the fence doesn't get us anywhere, right? Except for holes in our butt.
Yeah.
Sarah, what decision can you make today to think bigger and maximize your earning potential? Can't hear you. Although I don't think you're muted. Okay, so we're still waiting for you to make sound. So I'm going to go to Jean.
What decision can I make
Today to think bigger, maximize your earning potential?
See, this is where I get stuck, Pamela, is in the how. And I got to stop thinking.
There's no how. There's no how. It's just a decision.
Can I make?
What are you going to do that's going to change it all? It could be a wild ass guess.
Swag. I think I've started to do it already, just as far as, the way I look at things. Like if I used to open a bill and kind of go ugh, and cringe that I've got to pay that more, that much money out of my banking account. Now I'm like, you know what? Cool. Okay, I'm going to get it done. Like, I think I've gradually over time just already started making the you know, I'm blessed that I can
Sweet.
write a check for $38 or whatever, you know? So yeah.
Excellent. And whatever that was just left. So you're in good shape.
Good.
Jennifer, thanks for doing that. Okay, Jennifer, what decision can you make today to think bigger?
I can talk to more mentors about seeing how far I can go. I can, but it's a decision. It's not like, what can I do? What decision?
Mm-hmm.
I can decide that I can go bigger than an individual contributor, or decide that I'm going to go bigger. I can start thinking in every meeting that I'm leading it, and I'm starting to think strategically rather than tactically.
Sweet. Sweet. By the way, that's one of the other things that world-class thinkers think. Excellent. Okay, so Sarah, I can't hear you now. See if I can hear you now. Uh-oh, no, it's not working. Type it into the, can you unplug all of it? Just take your earbuds out. Try that. Okay, now talk.
No, out of
Nope.
the computer.
We've lost your volume. Okay. So will you write it in the chat, please? And you can put your earbuds back in as long as you can hear it, whatever works.
We want to hear what you have to say. It's important.
She's like, oh, she has an iPad or a phone, so she can't really chat. Okay, Sarah, you can put this in Facebook, and we're going to go back and read it. Okay? Yeah. All right. So
you will be heard,
the
girl.
Next slide. We have just a couple more. That's right. We want to hear you. You are important. So, wealthy people. Wealthy people do what they love, and middle-class people are always looking for a way out of doing what they feel in bondage to doing. And usually when we have a job and we're like okay with our job, then we're in bondage. If you're not doing what you absolutely love and you're in total passion with what you're doing, then you're not there yet. You're not in what's going to work for you. So the question is, do you believe that it's possible to build your financial empire doing what you love to do? Do you think you really can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
if you think so, Elizabeth, this is the big piece. Do you think you can? And part of this is would be a helpful exercise for each of you is to interview people who seem to be doing what they love while they're living a fabulous lifestyle, and ask them how they did it. I remember interviewing this guy to bring him on as a client, and he was working as an insurance claims adjuster or something like that, and he hated it. He absolutely hated it. And he says, you know, I just have to hold on to this because this is my money. This is my bread and butter. And I said, do you want to get out of it? Oh, yeah, but no, I just need to stay here. And he he kept taking it safe. So then when I told him about coaching, you know, and we talked about working together, he was like, no, I think I better just play it safe. And that's exactly what he said. So, and that's fine. We can play it safe. It's okay. No condemnation. The point is that if you want to do something different and you want to be somebody different, which he talked about, you have to do something different. And he wasn't willing to make that leap because it's a leap. It's definitely a leap. So, and here's this is the next one. You have to do something to get rich. That is what, and I just said that, didn't I? But that's what mediocre middle-class people say, is they have to do something. World-class believers, people believe you have to be something. It's like you are it. Does that guy look like he owns it?
Oh, yeah.
Slide?
Yeah.
He just looks like he owns it. I am it. But we think we just have to work harder. We have to make more phone calls. We have to apply for more jobs. We have to do whatever instead of just be it. I am the director. I am the executive director of this nonprofit. I am the owner of this business, Sarah and Elizabeth. And Jean, I can solve every problem MDEs ever even thought about because I am it. And that's what gets you rich.
Mm-hmm.
Not thinking I just have to show up more. I have to stay longer. I have to, work harder. Oh, so back up. So
like
what
I'm
kind of
getting-
person do you need to be in order to build the life you want to live? Yeah, what kind of person do you think you have to be that is different than who you are today?
I really want
And
to fix that guy's glasses.
I know it's great, but he's deciding he doesn't care. It doesn't matter.
I get
He
it.
owns it anyway. So
He can see everything with his nostrils.
I know.
You
I bet he
guys are
smells
saying-
with his eyes.
So that's what you're seeing. Or so what if he's completely creating a new reason, a way to wear glasses? He's gonna own it. Who knows?
He might be.
But he doesn't care. He doesn't really care.
Mustache glasses.
I know what I'm going to dress for Halloween this year. It's going to be an easy costume.
Your coaching is to write up a plan of action that will help you grow into the person you want to and need to be. What is your plan? What is the action? You are saying, okay, I get it. I need to be this. A millionaire is a millionaire here first. A middle-class person is a middle-class person here because we know how to be middle class. We all do. We know how to be. We know where we need to stand in line. We know how to ask the proper questions. If you felt that this was a world-class person, how would they stand in line? How would they ask for information? Well, are they different? And I don't mean arrogant, but entitled maybe. So what would that look like? Middle class people, I've lost this, hold on. Yeah, think that their thinking is unrelated to their net worth. Now, I want you to look really closely at this woman. Who does this look like? She's on the call.
That's Jennifer.
Doesn't that look like Jennifer?
Uh-huh.
I saw that woman and I went, oh my God, that's Jennifer. Jennifer, I want you to see yourself like this, okay? World class knows thinking is the catalyst of all results. They know that thinking is their catalyst. They just have to think it. They think it and it manifests because whatever you think is what shows up in your world. And middle class people don't think that what they think is related to their value or their worth. And it's all related. All of it. Money is only used for two things. One, to make you comfortable. And the more comfortable you are, the more creative you'll become. And the other purpose is it enables you to extend the service you provide far beyond your own presence. And that was Bob Proctor. First, we meet our own needs, then we meet the needs of others. And that is exactly what money is meant to do and what being rich is meant to do. So with that, and we're ending this amazing journey together for now, for this time. So I'd like to ask each of you what your takeaway is, and I'm going to probably do an individual screen. I'd like you to ask what your takeaway is from the whole class, and if it's okay, if you give me permission, then I might use those as like a testimonial. This is what this class did for me. So I'm going to start with the speaker view, and who would like to go first? Anyone like to say, this is what this group has done for me?
I'll go first. You ready? Yeah. What this class has done for me, I'm typically the kind of person where I want to see a syllabus of the course that I'm going to take and what I'm going to get out of this. This course didn't have a syllabus. So it was a little uncomfortable for me at first. However, the more that we went through it, every single class was and has been kind of a gift box where everybody in the pilot has been sharing with each other, growing with each other, led by Pamela, who does just a fantastic job, asks the questions that spark the catalyst to the next level. And what I've gotten out of this class is a whole new mindset and a whole new perspective. And I'm ready for the next step. So thank you, Pamela.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Who's next? Who would like to share? And you don't have to, by the way.
I can go. Is it my
Was
turn?
that Lisa?
Yeah, I can go. If you're,
Okay.
if you're ready.
Thank you, Lisa.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
So what I took from this class was so much that I can't just say it in a few sentences. But I learned a lot about myself when I met a bunch of strangers who I thought I would have nothing in common with. Well, I had everything in common with, it turns out. We all bettered ourselves. We all started at a certain point and gradually worked up from there. And we all have growth that we still need to make. Pamela is still willing to work with all of us or any of us. And it's already been said, but we all appreciated what we've learned from her. There were many lessons learned. And the one thing I'm going to take away from this is I will be taking more risks, because I know that I'm at a point where, you know, I've been in a safe job for many years, and it's time for me to find something that not just for the money, but that will take care of me in other ways, that will make me grow. And that's what I'm looking for right now. And the money will come. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa, very much.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm actually very, very.
Well, I guess I.
Ooh, go ahead. Can you guys hear me?
Go ahead.
Yes, Jean.
Okay. I never trust my internet connection. I would second that. I mean, walking into a group of people that I didn't know on the other side of the country, thinking that I didn't know what I was going to learn. I walked away with the tools to know I am worthy. I have a voice. I am just as powerful as the most powerful person on the universe. And to have that confidence grow and that knowledge to know that I am a person, I am worthy of love and everything else that comes to me, and have the tools when I sink maybe to a low spot or need one of you guys to reach out to and ask for support or support you. There's no price you can put on that. And I'm very grateful for the time that you guys have invested in your teaching, Pamela. So thank you for that.
That was awesome. Yoo-hoo. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would like to say that this class has given me tools and learnings that help me on my path to become my authentic self in a supportive environment. How's that sound?
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're all trying to be, right? Our authentic selves, our authentic selves, power, that have self, and that's what we're on our path to becoming.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sarah, I'm not sure if we can hear you.
Sarah.
Darn.
We'll just do this another day.
Do you know sign language?
We don't.
Send us your website when it's up. Send us your website.
There we go.
Yes.
So here's
I'll be thinking of you.
I will let you know if for those of you who plan to continue, and we'll be starting another group here. I'm hoping to start it in May, and if not, it will be the very 1st of June. But I'm also looking at some different hours. I'm considering like a Saturday morning, just because it's really late, and she's got several people that would love to be in this class, but it's like, after midnight there. So if you're interested and you can do a Saturday morning, or you can send me some other times that might work for you, please do. I'd really appreciate that, and I'll see what we can do, because I want to make it sure that we can have people on the East Coast that can be a part of this group. And if you did decide to continue, for those of you who are deciding, because several of you have already said yes, then what I would love to have you do is also serve as like mentors and have an opportunity to so I will assign new people to you so that you can help grow them up and get them in that space. And it's a great opportunity, if you're interested in it, to learn more about, because you may call and say, oh, Pamela, I've got this person and they're this, this, and this, and how can I help them? And then, I will share my tools with you, and then you can, pass that on. This is all leadership. This is all mentorship, and this is really where it needs to go. And my goal is to build this group so that we have mentors as well as new people, and that we're practicing the leadership that we're learning. So it all continues, and we pay it forward. So with that, I want to tell you, each of you, and I'm going to start with each of you. Elizabeth, you are so incredibly gifted. You are so smart. You are so caring and so loving. And it's just been awesome to watch you go from, I don't know, to, I think I got this. And it's just beautiful, because I've just seen it all, and it's just fabulous. So I'm so grateful to be working with you. And Jean, I so love you. We've been working together for years, and it just seems like you have blossomed. You used to be shy when you would get on these things and not share, and you're like right in the middle of it, and you're jumping all through it, and I love it, because you used to wait on other people, and you're not afraid. You just speak up for yourself, and you ask for what you want, and that is huge, huge, huge. And I see you running corporations, my dear.
I do too. Thank you.
Yeah, even if they're nonprofit corporations. And Jennifer, oh my goodness, never again will you be an office assistant, in my mind, ever.
No.
Ever. You will be running the offices.
Thank you.
You will be running the companies, and you will be encouraging everyone that comes into your path, because that's who you are, is a powerful encourager. And I just love your energy. I just love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Lisa, you're sitting. I
am. I was just running out of juice.
That I see you as being, you are going to live your dream and affect world hunger, because that's what you were called to do, is affect homelessness and people's attitude around children and families that are homeless. You have the compassion, the things you went through in order to show up for people. is just incredible. And you're not afraid anymore to share that.
Well,
You're coming
thanks
out
for
from
saying so.
behind, you know, the Wizard of Oz and how he comes out from
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
from behind the curtain.
All
And
right.
it's beautiful. And I love it. And I'm very excited to watch this.
Well, thank you.
And Sarah, oh my goodness. World, watch out, because Sarah is she's going to own her own property. She's going to have all of the dreams she's ever thought to have. She's going to support a man that is probably one of the smartest men I know. And she's going to be able to support him the way that he needs to be supported. And you are also going to show up for your parents in a way that they have never seen. You're going to help them and be their salvation. I see, Sarah, that you have so much to offer, and your children are going to raise up and call you blessed. They will. Yeah, very cool. So, ladies, we've gone way over. I apologize to you for that. Just have a wonderful and amazing time, and I will reach out to each of you individually, and we'll set up this next time. Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.